Hello, how are you? This is Alicia, and I am coming to you live from SIGNSHACK. As you're joining me, introduce yourself. Tell me who you are. I can't get my secondary device to work, so let's see. I'm gonna try it another time. But anyhow, as you're hopping on, please say hello. Let me know you're here. And it is not working today. So my secondary device is not going to work today. So I'm just going to have my comments up here on the screen. Hopefully I can read them. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Thank you for joining me today. Again, I am Alicia from the SIGNSHACK. I am the ambassador for the Stencil Smith. Hi, Colleen. How are you? And the Stencil Smith is this wonderful, wonderful stencil company that I'm so proud to be associated with. Hello, Sherry from Louisiana. I hope you southern states, and I think even some Midwestern states have had some bad weather. I hope you guys have stayed safe and out of the storms. I know it's been some really bad storms the past couple weekends, and I think you're looking at more. We're having a beautiful day here. Hi, April. How are you? And it's just absolutely beautiful here in Northeast Ohio. It's 66, it's sunny. It's just, you couldn't ask for a more beautiful day. Oh, hi, how are you, Christy? Thank you. I'm glad you could join me. I'm struggling today. As you know, I missed a live last week. Wasn't due to being sick or anything. My father, many of you know, I may have to get a lot of drinks during this live. Many of you know my father lives with me, and we had to admit him to the hospital last Friday. He's out. He's doing really good. He's much better. He's being good. He's listening. He's like, yay, ready to eat well and all that good stuff and be proactive. Hi, Judy. How are you? Ooh, under tornado watch. That's awful. So that's what happened last week. And I just couldn't get it together and wrap my head around anything last week to concentrate for our live. But today I'm here. We're going to do this beautiful Mother's Day tray. We're going to do a towel. So there's going to be 3 stencils today. And anyhow, after my dad got out of the hospital, I got sick. So I'm better, but I'm really struggling with all kinds of things, as you can hear and probably see. But anyhow, so today we're going to do 3 stencils that are on sale today. And these beautiful flowers we're going to be using. I love this. As many of you know, I love florals. Oh, you love the carrot sign? Yeah, I was going the wrong way. That was 2 weeks ago. I love this sign. I can't decide whether I want to sell this or I want to keep this one myself. I mean, I can make another one, but I really, really like this. So I don't know. But, so anyhow, as I said, as you're hopping on, oh, another thing, please, if you wouldn't mind doing this, this helps the Stencil Smith grow and it helps me grow. Our goal is to get the Stencil Smith out everywhere so everybody will know just exactly how wonderful the Stencil Smith is. I know, and you probably know, but maybe some people don't know. So that's how we grow if you sprinkle us, which is that. I'm going to see if I can get this secondary device to work. Oh, hey, yes, good, I did. So let me it just took a while. Okay, because when I turn you down, it'll be easier to see my comments on my secondary device. Hopefully, there's the comments. So yeah, my dad is doing much better. And he's a stinker, so I think this kind of scared him. And so he's being good. He's a diabetic who doesn't eat well, and he's being really, really good. And all that good stuff. Thank you, Sherry, so much. I appreciate every sprinkle out there. I appreciate all of you joining us live or on replay, however you're watching us. And in case you didn't know, hi, Pamela. Thank you so much. The Stencil Smith is a company that's right here in Ohio, and they've been around for a long time. I can't remember the exact year. I'm sure April can give it, but it's a long time they've been around. And everything is made in the USA. So everything's made right here in Ohio. And as soon as April and Pete get your order, they ship it out just as quickly as they can. I am in Ohio. I usually get mine within a day or two. But a lot of people get theirs within a couple days too. You know, it depends on the mail service. It is nothing to do with April and Pete, but they are the most wonderful company. And if you have not, you know, tried them, please do. Hi, Liz. How are you? So anyhow, so today we're going to be doing this stencil, which is stencil number, which I've got the stencils back here behind me. So you can always screenshot that. I do have them listed in the link above. The Stencil Smith is awesome, yes. So I have them listed in the description above this video. So after the live, you can go and you can click on all the links and it'll take you right to this. But this is the, this is 7207, I think, yeah, 7207, and this is a small. And it's really beautiful little roses, borders. You can use them single. I'm going to use some big ones, and I'm going to use some small ones today on this tray that I'm using, that I'm making. And then this one, excuse me, I'm sorry. That's probably going to happen a lot today. So this is Mom's Kitchen, made with love. I even have a cough drop in my throat. Hold on a minute. I apologize, guys. So I have all kinds of medicine in me. But anyhow, this is Mom's Kitchen, made with love. Look how pretty that is. I love this little decorative border down here. You know, there's lots of elements you can use from one stencil into different, you know, different things. Like you'd use this little cup somewhere. You could use this little decorative border in another sign. You could mix and match all these words. There's just lots of ways to use a stencil, not just one way, but many ways. And then we're going to do this Best Mom Ever, and we're going to do this on a towel. So we're going to have like a matching towel to go with our tray. And this is on sale today. And what's really nice, I believe, this is number, I wrote it down. I don't know why and it's behind me. Okay, so this is number 7355, and this is the 7.25 inches, and this is number 1. I believe there's like 6 in these. She calls these the minis. Oh, soccer, how fun. They are an awesome, awesome stencil company. So we're going to be using this one. Whoops. This one. And then the rosebuds, which are so pretty. And we're going to be using these. And I'm going to start with the border first. I got this tray. I ordered this tray. Usually my husband and I make our things, but I was kind of in a hurry. So I just ordered this. And with my dad being in the hospital, we did, you know what, I forgot to tell you too. See, I'm on Dayquil today and I'm a little fuzzy. So anyhow, these stencils also are 20% off today and tomorrow. And then you can save an additional 15% with my code SIGNSHACK when you order. And then anything else you order too, you can get 15% on. But this tray is, let's see, the bottom is 16.5 long and 10.5 wide. And then 2 sides are 10.5 inches. And I don't know, I didn't do the width, but you could do whatever, you know, width you wanted. It's like 2.5. So I don't know if that's a 1x3 or it's been cut down. Like I said, I ordered this off of Craft Deals. And then this one, this long side, 2 of them are 18 inches. But you could figure it out real easy if you're going to build your own with your stencil. What I would do is just take your base piece and place your stencil and then go from there, you know, where you wanted it, how big you wanted the tray. But this is going to be a really cute tray. And I'm dropping stuff. Okay. And so I've painted and I've attached the sides. And see, when my husband and I build our things, we would have used a nail gun. We would have glued this, wood clamped it, excuse me. We would have glued it, wood clamped it, and then let it sit. But it already came with these holes in it. So as you can see, so you got to consider that if you do order this from Craft Deals, it's a really nice tray, but you would have to know that I did get these little like wood things that I could glue on afterwards. I would E6000 them and hot glue them. Hot glue holds it on until the E6000. But you would have to, because I don't like, the holes were too big for nails. But that's what I would have done to glue it together. Hi, Sharon, how are you? So we're gonna start, I'm gonna angle you down and we're gonna start with the rosebuds. And again, this is number 7207. Let's see, just like that, you can see it. And it's the small. And I wanna use this row of rosebuds right here. And whenever I start a pattern, I like to start it in the middle. So that's like two, that's about, I eyeballed it and that's perfect. So I want to tape my stencil down. If you're new to stenciling, let us know. Stenciling is really easy. It's a lot of fun. It's relaxing. You can make beautiful gifts for people. You can sell beautiful items. I have done it. And let's see, what am I going to do here? Because this is little, I want to do, so I'm going to do the little rosebuds in pink. So I've got this rose water. Oh, and I painted this. This is like an off-white. This is Fusion Mineral Raw Silk. It's a water-based paint. Dries real quick. It has a built-in top coat. I like it. You can use any paint that you want, any water-based paint. You could use stains if that's what you want. I really like Fusion Mineral, and it's usually what I use, but I do have other paints I use too. Well, hello, Denise from Long Island. So I've got this rose water. I almost called it rosebud because of the little rosebuds. And I really like this. I like this raw silk. I think I'm going to have to get my toothpick. If any of you use those FIFO bottles, sometimes you got to get a toothpick and just kind of get it going down there. Get a little bit of rose water there. And I am going to get my stencil brush. And the biggest trick to stenciling is you want to get your paint on the brush if you're new. If you're not, this is nothing new to you. You know all this. But I always like to point this out because sometimes I go back on lives and there's usually one or two new people. So it's always nice to go over the basics of stenciling. So if you're getting bleeds and you just started, you want to get that paint up into your brush, load it up, and then offload it. Less is more. Oh, thank you, Liz. Thank you. Hi, Donna. How are you? So I have this flashing, and I have bought this. My sister got me this, but you can get this on Amazon. It's 5x7 flashing. You can get it on Amazon, or you can pick it up at a hardware store. It's really nice for just laying something down real quick. I hope I lock my wheels. Let me lock my wheels, guys. I figured I didn't because there we go, because there was too much movement on the table. So you want to get your paint and you want to offload. And I'm just laying that down. And I'm going to just stencil over the whole thing, and I'll worry about doing the leaves and the little dots. I don't know if I'm going to keep the dots this pink. But this pink goes really pretty. It's a real soft pink. And it goes real pretty with an off-white. And I wanted to do this more, you could do this in a white and a real bright pink and a real bright green would be pretty. You could do it in any color you want. I wanted to get the kind of vintagey look with this. So the flashing is nice where you can just kind of lay it down like that. And you just swirl. Some people might pounce. I like to swirl. I find it works really well for me. I do get bleeds sometimes. It's rare. Now these stencils, they're not, they offer the 7 mil blue. This is the 10 mil white. So I'm just going to take a real quick peek at this and look. And I like that. I like the darkness of it. And I'm just going to give it a little dry. And I'm going to do this all pink, then I'm going to go back and just do the leaves in green over it. That is one thing. April has a lot of stencils that have overlays in them. This does not have an overlay, but overlays are really, really nice. And the reason being, let's see. Ooh, I was worried about that if I put the, okay. That's why I left the lip off of this. I was worried about that not, okay, hold on a minute. Take my tape off. Let's see, because you want these. So I'm just going to get this one in there. I'm going to tape it down. And these bend really good. They're very sturdy stencils. I would leave this off. I did not leave it off, unfortunately. I thought leaving the end off I would be good. But I should have left both off. So I'm just, you're lining your pattern up. As you can see, you're lining it up with the other roses. So it's a continuing pattern. So if I was doing this not on a live by myself, I should have left these sides off, and I did not. So I would highly recommend that for you if you make something like this. You could also put this on, let's see, you could put it on, I'm trying to get that to fit. You could also put this on like a circle, you know, a round tray. I do that a lot for trays. There we go. Okay. And then I am just going to move it down this way. And it's the same thing. You're going to line your pattern back up. Because some of them are going up and some are going down. I think this is a real pretty pattern though. Oh, excuse me, this is a horrible cold. I hope you guys aren't struggling with colds. I don't know what Easter is going to bring. I haven't got my house clean. I don't know, are you ready for Easter? Do you host Easter? And I'm going to tell you, I've moved it down and I've lined the pattern up. Should have left the sides off if you're joining late. I did not. Because why not make something hard when it can be easy, right? Oh, the overlays are so nice. So how many of you have used the overlays? I love the overlays. Hi, Kelly. How are you? They are so fun. And this is how durable they are. That is how durable. You can just, you know, like I said, it would have been a lot easier on me. So I've got this little border here, and I am going to want to make the leaves the green. So I've got that, and I'm just going to go over the leaves with the green, but I am going to have to tape the rosebud off. Let's see here, get another stencil brush. And if you're not sure if you're going to use your stencil brush, again, and you don't want to put it in water, put it in a baggie with like a wet wipe or something like that. That keeps it from drying out. So I've got a little bit of this conservatory here. It's a real pretty green from Fusion Mineral. Your sister hosted, it's a nice break. Yeah, my husband has been doing the majority of the cooking lately because of my dad you know, us going back and forth to the hospital. And you want to make sure this is real dry. Mine's dry, but you would want to make sure of that. So I'm going to line this back up and get my tape again. But yeah, I don't even know what we're doing. I haven't gotten anything for Easter. I feel like the last 2 weeks have been a whirlwind. And then you add in getting sick, and it just really puts a damper on everything. So I've got all this spare tape over here. And I'm just going to put a little piece of spare tape right there. And I'm going to get this conservatory, and it's the same thing. I'm going to get it up in my bristles just like that. You got a lot of paint. And then you want to offload it. I think that's a real pretty color combo together. And I'm just going to get it in these leaves right there. And I'm just going to move this little piece of tape down. But that is what's nice about overlays. So if you're watching me do this, when you have overlays, you do things in sections like a puzzle, so you don't have the taping off. And I would actually use my flashing, but it's so close to the edge. I should have just left these off and put them together after the live, but I didn't. I always try to be prepared, and sometimes I am too prepared. I overthink it. Does anybody else do that? Are they overthinkers? I'm a big overthinker. And I'm sorry if I'm not seeing all your comments. I know I didn't go live last week, but the week before, I couldn't see a lot of the comments, and I know April had trouble seeing a lot of the comments. She had to keep refreshing, and I couldn't see them. And then sometimes when I go back, they're just not, it's weird. You have to do most recent, all comments, and sometimes you just can't see all of them. But I never want to miss something intentionally. And if you ever have a question and I don't answer you, just, I want to get a little bit more right there. Just message me. Or if you have a question for April, message her. One of the great things about these stencils as well is that you can, if they don't have the exact size that you need, April can resize them. I just recently ordered one. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a no soliciting one. I think that's what it was called, no soliciting. And a customer wanted it, but she wants it in a porch leaner. So I think the most she could stretch it was a 4 foot, but so that worked, you know, without it looking strange. And then I'll just add like maybe a couple little doohickeys on the top or the bottom or something like that. So I'm just getting the leaves in there, and that's such a pretty color combo. And I am going to, let's see. And the reason I usually like to start in the center is the pattern, not always, it seems like it's not working real good this time, but it usually works out equally on both ends. Okay, so I'm lining that pattern up again. That's all you have to do to repeat a pattern is line it back up. And it's super easy to. Getting a little bit more paint, and I'm going to offload. Now this tray, I was thinking, how cute would this be? Not only for a Mother's Day gift, so mom deserves breakfast in bed, but how cute would this be for a mom to use, you know, when your kids are sick? I think it would be a really cute gift to give at a baby shower, like for new mothers. So I've got this little row here, and I did this first because I want to adjust. Like I would put this in the middle. Whoops. The stencils are sticking together. but I would normally like center this, but I wanted to do the border up here because I would like to have equal amount, you know, from the flowers to here, from the scroll to there, at least eyeballing it. It would be such a cute little sick tray. Yeah, being an overthinker is no fun. So I'm going to put this brush away for a little bit because I am going to reuse these colors on the towel we're going to do in a little bit. Okay, so if you're joining late and you haven't, please, if you would sprinkle, I would appreciate it. See, that's about 3/4. That's about 3/4. You can eyeball it, but every once in a while I like to be like, oh. And it's much easier when you're measuring things out and you're eyeballing things and trying to get them straight. It's easier to stand over top of something, standing and doing this, rather than, you know, sitting down, because you have a better view on top of it. So let me get one more piece of tape here. And again, these stencils are going to be 20% off today and tomorrow. And then there'll be an extra 15% with my code SIGNSHACK. Okay, so I'm going to start stenciling this, and I'm using this Fusion Mineral Ash, which is a really nice, like, charcoal kind of, it's a black, but it's got a little bit of gray in it. And it's another one that goes real well. If you can see, it's not super black, but it goes real pretty. It's like a softer black if you're looking for a softer black. I use this a lot. And it's the same thing. I get the black on my brush, and then I offload. And I'm just going to start swirling around, just like so. And it goes so quickly, the swirling. Hi, Becky. Garrettsville, you're very close to me. I'm from Ohio. Where's everybody else from? I know some people said where they were from, but I'm from Ohio. Northeast corner of Ohio. I'm almost in Pennsylvania, actually. It's probably about 30 minutes east of me. And we're having an absolutely beautiful day here today. And again, I'm just swirling around here. And the cup, I want to do real, just light kind of. Let's see. I didn't think too much about the cup. I'm going to do this real light because I'm going to make that lighter. So I'm just barely swirling around there, and the smoke a little bit darker, but not much. I want to put a little rose on this cup too, a little rosebud. I think that would be cute. You know, like the little teacups that have the rosebuds on it. Tennis ball hail. Oh my goodness. You're getting yard work done today, Becky? That's awesome. I know it's a beautiful day. Absolutely. And I think, like, when I looked at the forecast originally, we were supposed to have a lot of rain. And we haven't had a lot of rain. Actually, I don't think we've had any today or yesterday. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, but it has been really, really pretty here. It's like the perfect kind of day. I saw a wasp yesterday. He was eating an apple and he was trying to get some too. He was trying to feast on the apple as well. He was having a good old time. And then I heard a fly today. I don't know where it was at, but I heard it buzzing around. It's surprising how quickly all that stuff comes back. The insects and all that. Yeah, I love this little scroll here. I think it's really pretty, and it can be used many different places, not just on this. And I'm doing a second coat here and just swirling it in there. I'm not pressing down super hard or anything. Now, if your paint's not dry, you're just going to push your paint around because it's wet underneath. No, I don't have allergies. I mean, I'm glad it's not allergies, but I've been sick this week. I actually I felt so bad. It has been a week. I had to call in, I work at that apple orchard, and I had to call in Sunday. I almost went in Friday, and my dad has diabetes, and his sugar dropped real low. It was 50. So I had to call him and tell him I couldn't get there. I couldn't set up or anything. And so I've been off work for a week now between that and not doing a live. So it's been a week. And I mean, I'm grateful I'm as healthy as I am, but I've been struggling. I had a heel injury. It's been bugging me since the 1st of March. And I went to the doctor, I guess it's been 2 weeks ago now. And I wondered, I thought maybe I had plantar fasciitis because my husband had it, and I know what it's like, you know, how much pain it is. Yeah, like that. I'm going to leave the cup like that, yeah. Maybe just a little darker around the edges. And, but anyhow, it was another incident. My dad thought his sugar dropped, and I was on a walk. It was March 1st. I remember this specifically. And so I ran home. I like that a lot. What do you girls think? Do you like that so far? And I think I'm going to add a little rose right here. What do you think? I think that's going to be really pretty if we put a little rose on our teacup to accent the little rose buds up here. But, yeah, so my dad called me because I have my phone with me. Usually me or my husband are here with my dad, but that specific day we weren't. He went to the gym. I went for a walk. It was beautiful. And thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. And I ran home, and I never run. I don't run at all. I like to walk, but I hate to run. And it scared me, and he wouldn't let me call 911, so I ran home. And when I ran home, I tore my fascia muscle in my heel. I did a bunch of micro tears, which, let me tell you, it's really, really painful, and it's still giving me a lot of problems. Like, I'm hobbling around. I'm not used to being, my husband always told me, because he's a little bit older than me, you know, like, just wait, your day's coming. So I am going to tape off those little leaves there. And I want to use my brush with the rose water on it. And I'm going to get a little bit more rose water. And I'm going to offload it. But anyhow, the doctor I went and saw, the podiatrist, they gave me a steroid shot and inserts. So I officially feel really old now. You know, the inserts and all that stuff. But he said it could take up to 18 months to heal. So I'm like, oh, who has time for that, right? Do you feel like that? Like when you get sick or anything, or you're down for the count, you're just like, don't have time for that. Do not have time. Like, who has time to be sick? It's not showing up. really good on the teacup. I wish I would have left the teacup. I might go back later and make the teacup white. Or not white, I don't know, something else, I'm not sure. What would you girls suggest? Any suggestions? So I did a quick dry because it's not showing up super. I might go around the edges with a little bit of dark pink. Maybe that's what I'll do to make it show up just a bit better on the cup. Just doing a quick dry. And let's see here, I'm gonna take the tape off. I think that might be what I do. Do a little bit darker pink on that. And I'm lining it back up. And I'm just gonna tape off over where the flower was at. And I'm gonna do that in the green. Switch out my brushes here. Make sure I got the right one. I have had that happen before where I think I have the right one and I do not. I get the wrong one and I'm like, oh. Or I do that when I'm painting. Sometimes I'll be doing like 2 porch boards at a time in different colors and I pick up the wrong brush. And it's always a surprise. I did that yesterday. I had 2 things going. Okay. And I might even go around and outline this like in a darker black, like around. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So we've got this. And I know I've shown you before, but I'm going to show you again real quickly before we go on to the towel. Yeah, I think I'll put a little bit more. I might have a little bit of pink right here, like a darker pink. Maybe put just a little bit of that around the edges. I'm not sure. Does that happen to you, girls? The good thing about paint is you can always change it. So I'm going to line that back up. And I'm going to get a little bit of this darker pink. Just like that. And I'm going to offload it. That's a pretty pink too. That's called petal pink. That's appropriate. I almost went with that. And I want to... But yeah, so have you girls been having a good week? Ready for Easter? Like, do you do anything special? Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so I got to think about that. So how cute is that? It's just the little, I'm not sure about the little rose. I might go around and outline it or something. Okay, so we got this. And I want to get I picked up these brushes. I got a set of these on Amazon. I wanted to try them. They keep popping up in my Amazon thing. I don't know if anybody else has tried these. They're like little, they're for outlining, they're like for doing detail work on like figurines and stuff. But I thought I would try them for closing the bridges. And I was really impressed with them. I like them. So when you close the bridges, it gives you a finished look. And I like to do it. I didn't used to do it, and April really encouraged me, you know, to close my bridges. And since I've been closing them, I can't not close them. Like, it doesn't feel finished to me. And you do not have to do this, but I think this just gives you a little bit of an edge. I'm not sure if I like these brushes. I don't know if anybody else has tried these. But I like to close the bridges, you know, just like right here, just give it a little, just close between them. And it just makes it look so much nicer. It makes it look finished. Gives it a really nice finished look. And it doesn't take a lot of time. Although it's taking me longer with this. I think the problem with this brush, I'm not sure if I like it. Has anybody else used these ever before? These little like, they're micro. They do have a nice like triangle, like where you can put your fingers and stuff. But I think the bristles are a little bit long, is what it's seeming to me. And I either end up moving around when I'm closing my bridges, or I move the piece around. I don't know if you do that. It's easier for me, because sometimes I might be doing something upside down and it's easier to close. That's why I'm moving all around up here. And then just, you know, just simply just close it real, you know, just like that. And we'll just do, see, we did Mom's, kitchen. I think I would want to go right there. And it just gives it a really, really nice finished look. And I swear, the more you do it, because I was really bad at it at first, the first couple times I did it, I was like, oh, this is horrible. But the more I do it, the better I get at it. And my friend Judy, she uses a Posca pen. It's like a paint marker. I haven't tried that. I did order one. So see, we did that so quickly. And then we've just got like the little A down here. And it really doesn't take that much longer to close those bridges. And it just makes it look beautiful. And I think it gives you an edge when you're at, say, a craft show, something like that, where you're selling against other people that are stenciling. Yours looks more finished, looks more professional. But again, that's a personal choice. Just like the Mylar, I always choose the white hazy Mylar, which is the 10 mil. It's what I like and what I'm used to. Not everybody likes that. I haven't really used the blue too much, but I like the white. So there we go. So we got this done. And all I got to do is put the end on. So let me just rinse my brush out for a minute. So I would say that's okay. I think I would have to get a little used to it. It's a little different than like an artist brush. I don't know if anybody said they had used them. Yeah, I'm getting my steps in, that's for sure. I go all around. And sometimes I do it and I go back and I'm like, oh, I forgot one little place. Or when I'm doing a live, it's kind of funny. I'll see afterwards when I go back through the comments that, so I'm going to put this on too, so I can show you everything when it's done. And these are screws. Like I said, this is not how I would have built this. And had it not come with the big holes in it, I would have just glued and nail gunned it. But I did paint the screws, and I'm going to go back and put these little wooden, I've got these little wooden things I'm going to put on. You could countersink the screws, whatever you wanted to do. But I'm used to the nail gun, because the nail gun, when used, do any of you have a nail gun out there? But the black paint comes off after some time. The black paint comes off the brushes, the handles. Is that what you're saying, Jean? Or Jeannie? I can't remember if it's Jean or Jeannie. But I'm just screwing this together. And like I said, I've got 2 screws I got to put in there. You can see the holes. They came with those big holes. But let me find those little plugs. This is what I've done. I have these little things and I painted them. So this is what you can do too. You're not allowed to use the power tools. I use them, but you know how that goes sometimes. I'd rather have him do it. But you could just glue those on there to cover that up. And it would look pretty. These are like little, they're half of a wooden bead that I got off of Amazon. So this is the tray. So how cute would this be? Okay, not only for Mother's Day, but also, you know, for Mother's Day, Mom could have breakfast in bed. It'd be a nice Mother's Day gift. But I think this could be a really, really cute baby shower gift. You could put like the bottle of Vicks. You could put, I don't know if they're allowed to use Vicks anymore or anything like that, but you could put like the baby thermometer, you know, stuff like that. So when their baby or child's sick, just a little tray. I think that could be a cute, really unique baby shower gift. And you could put two, you know, you could put handles here if you wanted. You could put them on the side if you wanted. I didn't get any, I did not get any handles. I love my nail gun. Nail gun it's just an amazing tool. If you don't have one, you need to get one. It is the bomb. So we've done this, and I'm going to set this aside because we have one more project today. Let's see here. Okay, so I have my towel right here, and I have washed this, and I've washed it, dried it, because they do shrink. So you want to make sure you wash your fabric, any fabric you're going to use beforehand in case it does shrink. If you have to, your belt sander. I don't have a belt sander. We don't have a belt sander, but that sounds really interesting. So I have washed it and I've ironed it. And so I'm ready to stencil it. And stenciling on fabric is really easy. And I can see like where I want to put it because where I've ironed it. Like, you know, when you put it out, well, you can see that the seam's here and the seam's here. So I want my stencil, which is the other stencil that's going to be on sale today, the Best Mom Ever. So I want that to be in the middle of that. And of course you want to make sure your seam side's down. This particular towel does not have a tag, but if you have a tag, like I would make sure the tag was on the other end. I wouldn't put it on the end that I was stenciling. So, and my halfway mark's here, so I'm kind of centering this. And stenciling on towels are super easy. I am not going to use any fabric medium, but you can use fabric paint. You can heat set it afterwards with an iron or in a dryer, whichever you prefer. So I'm taping it down, and I'm going to put a piece of tape just on the sides here too, just because it's so close to the edge. And one thing about fabric, it's not easy to get paint out of like wood is. Today I did the, let's see if I'm going the right way, but I got my whole sleeve with paint. I was kind of disappointed. So we have the Best Mom Ever, and this is on sale today. This is another one that's 20% off. It's stencil number 7355. This is the 7.25 inches. It's number 1, but I believe all of them are on sale. Like there's, I think 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, might be 9 of them. But there's some really cute ones like Super Mom, Super Tired. There were a lot of really, really cute ones on there. As you know, April has just the best sense of humor, and her stencils are so fun. They're very unique and they're very fun. I don't know where my flashing went. Well, let me see if I can find my other flashing over here. Okay. So I'm just going to try and, like, as I go around, I'm getting this ash paint. And if you want to use a fabric medium, I have used this one right here. It's Delta Textile Medium. And I believe it's like 2 parts to 1, something like that. You would add that to your paint. And that's to make it a little bit softer. But I find, unless it's a really huge, big design, like say this was a big heart that was solid, it doesn't get that hard. At least the Fusion Mineral paint doesn't. And it stays really good. So I'm offloading my ash. And it's the same thing. I'm just going to start swirling. And some fabric, I'm going to just try to be careful here, you really can't swirl too much on. This I have found I have no problems swirling at all. But like t-shirt or sweatshirt, nope, you got to pounce that stuff. No swirling allowed at all. And I try to hold it like taut kind of too with my fingers. And I have a piece of cardboard underneath that. If I didn't, I know I got it, but I don't think I showed it or, you know, said that I got it. But you want a piece of cardboard underneath it. And I'm going to get my dryer and I'm just going to hit it with it real quick. You can dry over your stencils. Just move it around, don't hold it in one spot. You don't want to just, you know, you could warp it or something like that. I've warped, I did torch paste one time with a stencil, and I didn't realize that torch paste can take a long time to warm up and start turning. And I was moving my gun and stuff, but I used it for so long that I had to, I moved it so much that I used it so long that I had one of those cutting, you know, with the inches on it and stuff, a cutting board underneath it, like a mat that you could roll on and stuff for quilting. And I just warped it. I didn't even realize it till the next day I came out to use it, and I was like, what is wrong with this? And I ruined it. I haven't done that to a stencil. Like I knew, you know, I know to move that around, but I didn't think about that. I was just going and going and going with that heat gun, and let me tell you. And again, I'm just swirling it in there. I really like this font too. I think it's really pretty. And I clean my stencils with Awesome Spray. And I just spray it on there and let it set for a couple minutes and then take a soft brush and scrub it and the paint comes off. Because people ask me that all the time, and I've been using Masters Brush Cleaner. I just started using that on my brushes, and I don't know if anybody else uses that. That is amazing. What is that, Roberta? Oh, I know the feeling. I just placed a big order yesterday. I know the feeling. And what happens is I want to get this one, this one, this one, and I have my cart all set to go. And then April releases a bunch of new ones, so. And it happens over and over, because that is something you don't have to wait for this bundle or that bundle. They're not out of stock. Nothing like that. It's always in stock. You just order it, they cut it, and they send it to you. And she comes out with new designs every week. So I'm doing these hearts in this rose water. And I'll probably do 2 coats of that. And I'm just blocking the parts of the wreath that I'm going to put, because I want this to kind of match my tray, because it'll go with the tray. But yeah, I guess I'm thinking baby showers and stuff like that, because I just think this could be such a cute gift for a new mom. And because a lot of my nieces are having babies, which is exciting. And they're having girls. I only have grandsons. I had a daughter, but that's been a long time ago. And grandsons are really fun. Don't get me wrong. But little girls are so fun to buy their clothing and stuff for. Although my one grandson, my middle grandson, like my oldest grandson, he just wants like navy blue, or he wants like a dark brown or dark maroon, or he doesn't want any kind of attention drawn to him at all with his clothing. But my middle grandson, he wants to wear like the Hawaiian shirts. He wants the colored shoes. He wants all that. But yes, these, you know, and that's another thing too. Like when you're buying these stencils, I don't know what you do with them. I don't have a booth. I do custom orders, and I do this. And I stay pretty busy with my orders, but whatever you do with it, even if you're making gifts, the gifts you can make over and over, in the long run will save you money, is what I'm trying to say. So I want to do these 3 hearts up here. They're such cute little hearts. And I'm just swirling in there. And I'm going to give it a quick little dry. I have made so many gifts, and I tell you what too, if you take a gift, because I've done this, and it sounds shameless, but so you take a gift to a wedding shower. Like I took one of the This Is Us to a wedding shower, and they open it and people see it. And usually you get more orders. It's kind of fun that way. I haven't done a craft show. I keep going back and forth about doing one. I'm a little intimidated by that. I don't know. How many of you done craft shows out there? Yes, you can make endless gifts. Yeah, my grandson, the 3-year-old, he likes to watch my lives. He's at that super, they're all fun in their own way. Don't get me wrong. I love them all. Just like if you have grandkids or kids, you love them all equally. But the young one, he is at that age where you walk in the door and he just runs, you know, with his little legs. He's just running as fast as he can across the floor to give you the big hugs. And, you know, he's just at that really, really fun, innocent, before they go to school, just such a sweet age. And the other 2, they love us just as much, but you know, the 13-year-old, you know, he's like, hey, you know, even getting him to text us now. He just got a phone when he turned 13, mainly because he was staying after school for sports, and so he could like contact his mom and stuff for pickup. And you know, it's like I'll ask him something, or I'll send him a picture that comes up in my memories. And he's like, yeah, hi. You know, it's all one-word answers. And then, of course, I have to, like, you know, mess with him. Because that's what grandparents do, right? And if you're not a grandparent yet, I tell you, it is, I've seen it. April might have a stencil for it. I don't know. They always say it's the reward you get for not killing your kids. And my kids were good kids. But you know how it is. They hit 13. I call it the witching hour. It's like overnight. My son, not so much, but my daughter, ooh, that was like a switch flipped. And now she's back to the same old sweet Jenny she always was. Oh yeah, he's all like one word, yeah. He's just, he's a good kid. He's got his first job. He's 13, and he's working at a horse stable. And I know the first week he did it, he was like, man, now I don't get to sleep in at all anymore, because he was working Saturdays and Sundays, you know, for a couple hours in the morning. And they have to get up so early for school. And now after he got his first paycheck, he really likes it. He's like, okay, not so bad. Not so bad at all. Yeah, there was another really cute stencil in this set too that was in the minis. And I think all the, am I correct, April, in saying all those minis in that set are on sale, or is it just this one? Lots of work, Roberta. Oh man, you have 3 craft shows this month, Jeannie? That is unbelievable. That's a lot. I heard it's really, like very backbreaking, like a lot of setting up, carrying, stuff like that. I guess that's what keeps me from doing it. But I think about trying it. I don't know. I go back and forth, like most of us. But I like just, you know, I get a couple orders a week, and I like doing that. But once you start doing this, like if you haven't been doing it that long and you're just starting out, it takes a while to get your name out there, but it starts getting out there, and then you get repeat customers. And they'll come to you for any gift. Okay, I am going to pull this off. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that a lot. Usually I do like the black and white, but I think that's really pretty, the color. And I will close the bridges because I've gone over that on my sign after the live. Okay. And I'm going to put the lid on my paint because that's always bad if I don't. I'm very klutzy. And I don't know, there might be, you might hear rap music in the background. I'm not sure where that's coming from. If the teenagers are, it's way too late for teenagers to be getting out of high school, but it's coming from somewhere. I've got my garage door open today because it's so nice. Okay, so I'm going to tilt the camera up. Excuse me, I don't mean to cough in your face. Sorry. So, yeah, so this is beautiful. I like this a lot. So how cute is that going to be for Mother's Day? And I don't know if all you read, and you're on the Paint and Share site with the Stencil Smith, but Paula took a bunch of towels to her craft show, and she sold out. So I'm thinking any towels, because they're so lovely and they're so different. And then when you're done with this, you're going to want to heat set it. But what a pretty gift for Mom. And then you could not only, you know, breakfast in bed, tea, whatever, and you could use it for your kids when your kids are sick. I think it's a really, really cute gift idea. It would be a great gift idea for baby showers. And today, all 3 stencils, so they are the ones I used today are 8799, and it was a small. That's the kitchen, Mom's Kitchen Made with Love, and all the links are above my description. Number 7207 in small, and that was the rosebuds, which is really pretty, and you could use a lot of other different places. And then this Best Mom Ever stencil. Oops. Okay. I get paint on my hands and then I get it other places. And that is stencil number 7355. It's 7.25 inches and it's the number 1. And if you have any questions, you can message me. I wanted to show you another cute idea I had. I'm giving this to my daughter for Mother's Day, but I thought this was really, especially now that she's a mom and she understands this so well. But I made this for her. If you hear me yelling, just know I said it nicely like 26 times. I did a little like drop shadow on 26, so that would stand out a little bit. And I had some white pillowcases, but I ordered gray because my daughter has 4 dogs, 3 boys, 1 cat, 1 husband, 2 goats, 3 pigs, and they just got a pot-bellied pig, but they've been keeping him outside, thank goodness. But I'm like, I don't take anything white to her house, so I thought the gray was nice, and I got that on Amazon. But that's this stencil here. It's one of the newer ones. And I think that could be a really cute Mother's Day gift as well. Especially if you're like me, you have a daughter or maybe a daughter-in-law, something like that. Or even a sister. I have a younger sister who her boys are teenagers. This would be perfect for. But that one's number 8766 and it's a small. It is not on sale, but you can save 15% with my code SIGNSHACK. And then a couple other things I did this week. I'll just show you real quick. I thought this was super cute for spring. Every birdie welcome. And then the borders, I did it on a canvas. And that is that one stencil. I use it over and over on a lot of things. You've probably already gotten it yet. You've probably already gotten it, but this one here with all these borders, this is a phenomenal stencil. So many different ideas, you know, different ways to use it. The bees, I've used the bees. I've used this one. No. Yeah, this one. I've used this one, I believe. But see how cute that looks just on like a canvas, just adding a little thing around it, just something a little different, little touch. So that's another cute little spring one. And then this one, I have had many, many orders for this. And this one right here, this is April's Angel Wings. And it's 2 sets of the Angel Wings. This is one set, and then I use the halo from another, and I emboss it. I don't know if you could tell there. And then I do it in gold. And then this one, and I use the Faith from it right there. But that could be something cute too for mom as a sign if you wanted to do, because your mom's an angel and she's the love, you know, of the family. But I just wanted to show you a couple different ideas there. And of course, that's the one we did a couple weeks ago. And then these are the ones that are on sale today. The Best Mom Ever. And then Mom's Kitchen Made with Love. And like I said, you could put little handles on the tray over here. You could just do it on a flat tray. You wouldn't have to add edges if you didn't want to. And, you know, just whatever you wanted to do. And I would, if you're going to serve food on this, I use beeswax. I use Fusion Mineral beeswax. I'm sorry, I'm having a real hard time. Give me a minute here. Okay, I'm back. Anyhow, I would seal that. It's food safe, and it gives it a real nice sheen, and it cleans off easy. Thank you, Judy. I love those wings in the halo. Oh, thank you, Roberta. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody. The size is the border. I think, oh, thank you, April. Thank you, everyone. The size of the border is a medium. The borders are 8, 7, 7, 7. And this is the medium. And there are so many uses for this. I've used the bee a lot. And I think that would, if you've got the gnomes, that would be a super cute border for the gnomes. And then, you know, just any of them, the roses. I love the vines, the leaves. I don't know, I like adding little extras like that. It just adds a little bit. Oh, thank you, Dominique. I appreciate it. So to recap, those 3 stencils, and they're in my description if you have any question. The rosebuds, this one, and this one are going to be on sale today and tomorrow, 20% off. And then you'll save an additional 15% with my code SIGNSHACK, SIGNSHACK. And so that's 35% off. It's a wonderful deal. Sometimes even if I have a stencil when it's on sale, I get another one in another size because I have several in, actually this one right here. This one, I have this in 2 different sizes. I wanted to get one to be able to do a pillow on, and I wanted to do one bigger for like a round or something like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I got it because I love that one. I think it's funny. Thank you, Carol. Thank you for joining. And we will be back next week, next Tuesday. And we'll have another great project for you. I'm kind of excited for the one next year. Or not next year. Blame the Dayquil, I think. I don't know. Next week, I have kind of a neat project for you, I think. I'm excited about it, and we'll do that next week. And as always, please do this. And April and I appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. Bye-bye.